Hey everyone, Frugal Panda here with a ride on the Hiboy KS4 e-scooter in Port Angeles, Washington this summer 2023. This is my Hiboy, purchased on Amazon. It's 350-watt motor, 17-mile range, 19 miles per hour max. It has a sport mode and an economy mode. Be honest with you, the economy mode works just as well as sports. Sports a little bit faster, but the economy mode is fine. It also has regenerative braking on it, which I don't use much, but when I see a hill or something, I do actually use it. And you can actually identify on the, you can see when it's working when you're using it. So does it capture a little bit? Who knows? Probably, hopefully. Also, it does not have the tires on it. You don't have to worry about getting flats on them or anything like that. It's those type of tires. And yeah, I ride it. I'm 6 foot, about 195 pounds. And to make a long story short, we were in Anacortes. We caught a ferry. We had been in we had been in Anacortes, and we caught a ferry and came on over to Port Angeles area, Sequam area, to hang out. I'd always wanted to visit Port Angeles, and I finally got my wish. So did a bunch of things our very first day, but we also did quite a bit of driving. Not as bad as we thought it would be, because luckily we were able to catch the ferry over, and we got over earlier than we thought. So we did a few odds and ends this day. And we were here for whale watching, by the way, if I didn't mention that. So that was the main reason. So the next day we are going to go do whale watching for 4 or 5 hours. Anyway, we went out to eat, hung out in the city a little bit by the time, and everyone else is pooped. I still had a little bit of energy. So I was like, let everybody know, hey, I'm gonna hop on the scooter and go fly around town real quick. And this is not, I called it town, but it's a city. It's 20,000 people live here. It's a good sized city, I think, anyway. 20,000 people, there's a lot of things to do. They're going to have all the creature comforts you need. We went over to, don't quote me on it, but over to the gas station, or excuse me, the grocery store, which I believe is a city market. I can't remember what they call them out here. But anyway, it's just like King Supers out here in Colorado. Went over there. All types of people in Port Angeles, very diverse area. Their downtown is super cute. Homeless population, I did see them in certain areas. I especially saw them when I was down by this, right outside of downtown by this Native American museum. There's a path you can take to and there's a military veterans statue, a tribute statue. Well, we started to go down there and do a hike earlier. There were so many homeless people down there camping. I don't know what to say about it. I know what I will say is, hey, you know, there was way too many of them, I thought, for a city this size. And they do look like they do a good job of keeping them out of downtown. Be honest with you, I did see a few that were likely mental health and homeless, but not that many in the actual downtown area. But that park I did go to, there was a bunch of them down there along the trail. So we didn't go down the trail because they're more than likely using drugs and everything else. You know how it goes. Anyway, I love Port Angeles. It's a very cool city. The ambiance of this area is beautiful. It sits on the water. You can catch the ferry to anywhere you need to go practically. The historic downtown's cute. We went to an anime shop. I'm riding my scooter right now. I'm going up a hill, as you can see, probably going about 13 miles an hour. I'd probably guess going up this hill that's leading outside of downtown Port Angeles. But so because I was curious, I said, "What's down in these areas?" Because you always go to places and you see the downtowns and like, oh, super cute. But then you're like, what does it really look like outside of downtown? So I got to see a little bit of just the regular areas. Now, when I started getting down this area, I'm not going to say it's sketchy. I don't know. I'm not from here. I'd say it's more working class neighborhood, but I probably saw more people that were likely homeless. But also, like I said, it's more of a working class neighborhood area. I only went so far, and I was like, I wonder if I'm going to a different town. So I turned back around and cut through the neighborhoods. The neighborhoods around downtown are super cute too. I really like them. I like these size cities. I'm be honest with you. The size of this city is perfect. I like Seattle. I love Seattle. I could spend days in Seattle. But me myself, I wouldn't live in Seattle. I would like live in a town like this where I could get to Seattle so I can catch the ferry and be to Seattle in an hour, half an hour, stuff like that. Enjoy all the good stuff about Seattle without having to deal with all the problems. Port Angeles itself, people that may ask, well, would you live here? Nah, yes and no. I don't know. I honestly don't. I think they need to get a better hold on their homeless population, but they also have a behavioral health facility, inpatient, I'm guessing it located right near downtown Port Angeles. That's, sometimes that can be a problem. You need shelters, you need stuff like that. But when you do, they also, a lot of your frequent customers hang out in your downtown areas and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I would live in Sequam. Maybe Sequam would be a good in between. I don't know. But who's to say yay or nay? I don't know. But I do know I think it's really cool here. I think Washington State itself is really cool. The e-bike I'm e-bike. The e-scooter I'm riding, the KS4. I'll leave a link for it. This was dirt cheap. I don't remember what I paid for it. Maybe $299, 300, $299, 350, $400. It was super cheap. It's been a rock star. I've taken it everywhere with me because it takes up very little room. It weighs about 32 pounds. It has adequate speed for its size of it. And 17 miles of range is quite a bit, to be honest with you. Does it really do 17 miles of range? I don't know. I've never tested it out all the way. I know I can get 10 miles out of it, no problem. And I know after about 10 or so miles, I'm ready to get off of it. And I'm not saying that to be, say it's a piece of junk or something. Like, no, I'm just ready to get off of it. But it gets you around. It's perfect for the cities. It's cheap. When it does break, hey, I'm willing to bet I've got tons of use out of it. If I needed to charge it somewhere, I can just put a charger in my backpack or something. And when I'm out to eat somewhere while I'm on a trip, plug it in, hopefully at a place or something, I can get a little bit of juice. But I really like this for that. You see, I'm flying all around Port Angeles on this little e-scooter. Amazon. And I researched and researched. Hiboy seems like a decent brand. So I rode around. It was later in the evening. It stays light out there much later. But like I said, I rode around town. The temperature was perfect here. It's right off the ocean. Perfect temperature. Cute little downtown. Cool little neighborhoods right around downtown. We went out to eat. I can't remember that night or next day at a place. Something. I'll point in. It'll be in here. It'll pop up. Whatever that pizza place is we went to. Slice of Life or the right slice or something. Anyway, the pizza was fine. People were nice. Downtown, there's so many cool little shops. There's a real cool anime shop if you're in town. There's people playing, like, I believe Magic, Magic the Gathering, or Warhammer. No, it had to be Magic. And in the anime place, it was huge. It had all types of stuff in there. People were nice. Um, someone may ask me about diversity. Okay, so I didn't just hang out in downtown. We also went to the store. We had to buy stuff like snacks and stuff because we were there for so long. I mean, we had been on the road for so long. We always had to buy snacks and resupply and stuff. In the grocery store, there was tons of different kinds of people, um, all shapes, sizes, and colors in there. So it's a pretty diverse area. It's 20,000 people. I tell that because I know a lot of people do not travel. And I also know a lot of people just go off of what they hear from other people. And that's the worst thing you could do is form your opinion off of what everyone else says without trying to experience stuff and, you know, figure it out your own self and see what things are really like. So someone might tell you, oh, it's not like that here or this. No, I'm telling you what I saw. And what I saw did not seem to be an anomaly. And I'm going to be honest with you, everywhere we went in Washington State was great. I had one issue in Ruston, Washington, which is basically Tacoma area. And that was with like three little tweakers that were there, and it wasn't really that much of a problem. And that was it. And the police came right away. Apparently, someone had called them on them. But beyond that, there was nothing else here. Uh, does Washington State have a homeless population and have a homeless problem outside of Seattle? Yes, it does. So does Colorado. We have it in certain areas too. Cities of certain sizes do have it. Um, all I can tell is people is, if you don't like it, vote. If you don't like it, write to your congressman and your senator. And, a lot of times it comes down to your local politics. So also, we stayed at the Quality Inn here, way overpriced, like $200 some a night, which I thought was way too much. But there's these huge stairs behind it, and you literally walk down these stairs and you're in downtown. So that's what you're basically paying for. Now this hill I'm on right here, super steep. This was steep for this e-bike. So I was probably down to about 7-8 miles an hour, as you can tell right here. So it was really steep. Anyway, that's just me riding around on the Hiboy KS4. It's been a good little scooter. It was a good budget-friendly one. Saved me money. Put the car away. Save on gas. Anyway, everyone's Frugal Panda. Thanks for watching. Frugal Panda out. Have a good day, everybody. Get on out there and have some fun yourself.